OPTAVIA, and I wanted to make a video. I made a video last week on exercising in the 5-in-1, and now I'm on a new cruise. Last cruise was with the company's incentive trip, and this one is a different cruise with my kids for spring break. So we're doing a lot of cruising in a short amount of time, and it's a little crazy. But the thing that I wanted to really hit home is when I first start talking to normally a woman about their why and why they want to get healthy, the amount of negative self-talk they have around how they look is just staggering. And of course, we all get feeling tired, overweight, no energy, exhausted. That's what comes from not being in a healthy space food-wise. But the thing that I've learned on these two cruises is the amount of women wearing bikinis that have a lot of weight to lose but are owning their body as it is really a good eye-opener for me to remind any of you that are on the program and you're racing to the finish line because you just don't want to look like that anymore. What I can tell you is, in anything in life, your goal is to go enjoy the journey. And we all know losing weight is hard. We all know being overweight is hard. But losing weight doesn't have to be hard if you are in the right mindset, like I've asked most of my clients to do, listening to Never Binge Again to get your head in the right place. But then second, it's just finding joy in that journey and loving your body where it is and loving all the stages of it through the weight loss phase. And we, as I've talked about in multiple of my videos, our program is modeled similar to AA, and it's a never-ending journey of staying healthy. Just like in AA, a person that's an alcoholic or a drug addict, they're always going to have a little struggle even though they've been sober for 5 or 10 years. You are going to be the same on our health and wellness journey. If you have 50 pounds to lose, your dialogue in your head is a lot stronger than your ability to stay motivated eating correctly. And so just because our program is a simple format with perfect, proper, balanced nutrition doesn't mean that you're going to have a straight road to success. I have very few clients that start and don't have any hiccups till they hit their finish line. So I just really, after these two cruises and seeing these women loving their body where it is at that time, even though they are not at an optimal weight, is really impressive to me. And if you're feeling like you hate your body, you hate how you look, and I know that those are not strong enough words for some of you, I would start going on to YouTube or go listen to TED Talks about finding joy in the journey. Because if you're always pushing for better, or how do I say this? If you're always trying to get somewhere, when you're there, it won't be enough. Just like when you build up for a big trip and then when you get there, you have a little bit of a letdown if you've built it up so much in your mind. That's what I'm saying. Go find joy in the journey of losing the weight. And I don't know about you guys, but I gained a lot of my weight through a lot of stress, financial stress, children's stress, all of that. And guess what? With every pound you lose, you get to let go of that baggage that got you there in the first place, and free that weight because it is attached to baggage, and enjoy every step of the way. So I just thought I'd do a shout out about that. And then the other thing that, again, I as you're seeing in some of my videos, I'm really plugging coaching in, because we know that most people do not hit their goal weight and keep it off for longer than 6 months if they don't become a coach and help somebody else. Because if you only had 10 or 15 pounds to lose, you probably are okay. But when you have more than 20 or 30 pounds to lose, you have an accountability problem to yourself, like me. And so when somebody else is depending on you for their health, it helps you keep your own feet to the fire. And the other piece of the puzzle, and as you've watched my other videos, I did not get into health coaching for the money. I got into it because my neighbor's like, if you're gonna eat that food, I'm gonna eat that food. And that's when I became a coach on my 7th day of doing our program. And I remember saying to my coach, how in the world can I coach something I've only been doing 7 days? And she's like, it's not rocket science, Gwen. You're going to have them open up 5 packages, spaced out every 2.5 to 3 hours. Make a lean and green with the healthy fat per the guide, and drink a bunch of water. The rest of the questions, I'm your guide. I will be teaching you how to coach people by coaching them through you as kind of on-the-job training. And I remember as I started helping quite a few friends, and also having a couple of them say, you know what, I'd love to pay it forward and help other people. I remember I started coaching really in September of 2013, and I went to our company's national convention in July, and they did this exercise about what you would like to create. And most of us know that a lot of memories can be created with money with our children. And right now I have a daughter that's going to be turning 17, a boy that's 12, and a daughter that's 10. And what I can tell you is, when I started this program, I didn't have $20 to take my kids to McDonald's, let alone to Jackson, Wyoming in my vehicle, because I couldn't afford the gas. And now here I am on spring break on another cruise because I can. That's what health coaching can do for your family, is number one, get your health in the spot you want it to be. But second, it will help you create memories with your children that when you don't have money, it's not as easy to be creative with trips. Now, do we take our kids on a ton of trips? Well, no. Well, I guess by default we have. It was my daughter's national cheerleading competition in Anaheim, and 2 years before, we couldn't afford to take all of us. It was me going with my daughter, and that was it. And so at the end of February, we could afford to take all of us to her nationals, pay $50 a person to get in to watch her perform. Yeah, that's fun. And then went on our company's incentive trip. Now we're on this cruise with my kids. So again, step one is help one or two people, because it will keep your feet to your fire on your own journey. And then second, if you find that you love those phone calls and texts from your clients saying, guess what, I'm down another 3 pounds, thank you so much. There is not another thing in this world that I can imagine being better than helping people who felt hopeless actually find hope and health again. And then on top of it, they pay you well. And now we were talking about what to do for this spring break. And I said to my husband, we have one more spring break with our oldest daughter, and I don't want to sit home like we've always done and try to do some staycation ideas. I want to live these last couple of years up with her, because once she's off to college, it's going to be sayonara, and her schedule for spring break won't line up with the other kids. So my 2 points I want to make in this video is, number one, love yourself where you are with your health and wellness journey. Don't hate yourself for what you created with all the weight gain. Love yourself that you've chosen to make a change with your health, and give yourself grace if you have a few bumps in the road. Reach out to your coach. Let them know where you are mentally. Dive into Never Binge Again. And then if you're really struggling with self-worth issues, go find the book, Today I Begin a New Life by Dave Blanchard. And then another really good one is The Monsters Under the Bed by Kim Fisk. And I'm not kidding you guys, if you dive into this mental part about loving yourself again, your journey will feel a lot smoother. And then of course that second point is, I have a lot of people that question if they should become coaches. And honestly, I feel like every single client should become a coach, even if it's just to help one or two people, because when you learn something, you only retain 20%, but when you teach it, you retain 80%. And for the first handful of clients you have, your mentor coach will be actually co-coaching with you and training you how to coach. And if you help a couple people and you love it, then go help another couple more. And you may end up having the experience like me and a lot of people that are starting YouTube channels of really loving it, really loving that you're actually getting paid well, because we're not a multi-level marketing company, so they pay us like they pay the doctors. And now your options open up for what you can or get to do with your children, because you're helping people. So I would love you to comment below what you think about this video that I'm making, because it's been such an eye-opener to see all these women loving their bodies when they still have a lot of weight to lose, and flaunting it and loving it. So I hope this spoke to somebody today because I've had this on my brain for the last 2 days while on this cruise, and finally found a place that was quiet enough to actually do the video. But let me turn the camera around just so you can see where I am here. Let's see if I can do that. I might not know how to do that on my phone. So anyway, I'll just turn the phone around. So we went to Ensenada yesterday, and now we're a day on the ocean getting back to Long Beach, and we just had such a great time. And then here's the fun water slide for the kids. So again, I'm so grateful that I found OPTAVIA, was able to get my health personally in check, and then been able to pay it forward. And I never expected the financial piece to be such a big thing for my family and me. But at the end of the day, it's all about making memories with these darn kids we have, because they are growing up way too fast. And before you know it, they're out of the house and the time is gone, and you worked 3 jobs to help pay for their sports or things like that. So comment below, let me know what you think, and hope this was meant for one of you, because I always make videos not knowing who they're for. I just know I'm supposed to make them. So love you guys. Thanks for following my channel, and let me know if there's any other topics you'd like me to cover. Have a beautiful day. Bye.